K-pop is known for its eye-catching visuals and stylistic choices that differentiate it from the Western music industry, and I've made several videos covering this topic. K-pop directors take inspiration from music and film all over the world, but no other piece of inspiration is more prevalent than the aesthetic and narrative aspects of Wong Kar Wai. It doesn't take too long to find a tweet or comment pointing out how some music video or teaser has a Wong Kar Wai aesthetic. K-pop tends to have an affinity towards the art house filmmaking style, which also just so happens to be Wong Kar Wai's style. And given that he's one of the most influential filmmakers in East Asia, it's no surprise that his signature style constantly appears in K-pop visuals. Wong goes against traditional filmmaking conventions and likes to use more fragmented narratives with separate characters and storylines. For example, in his film Chungking Express, there are two separate plots, each with their own characters. However, there are many moments where the characters from the two plots cross paths. His films are also very sentimental and nostalgic, portraying themes of loneliness, unrequited love, and escapism. He uses many abstract symbols to show the passage of time, such as trains and clocks. In terms of visuals, he's known for his scenes during night or in dimly lit spaces surrounded by colorful neon lights. Many of his shots are peering through windows or pointing at mirrors, which makes the viewer feel like an outside observer lurking on an intimate moment. Susie's solo debut back in 2017, titled Yes, No, Maybe, was one of the first and most obvious K-pop music videos to reference Wong Kar Wai. It immediately starts off with Wong's signature red and white title card, then proceeds to a nighttime shot in Hong Kong, something pretty much ubiquitous to Wong Kar Wai's films. They also used his signature step printing effect to create these blurry slow-mo shots, and replicated the scene from Fallen Angels, with Suzy nonchalantly putting on lipstick, ignoring the commotion behind her. In Wong's film 2046, the main character Mr. Chow writes a futuristic story about passengers who take a train to a place called 2046, a place where they can recapture lost memories. Mr. Chow bases the characters and plot of the story on his own various love affairs that are shown throughout the film, but later realizes that these characters are really a reflection of himself. Hate That by Key and Taeyeon references this film as the song is about regret over a past relationship and wanting to recapture lost memories, not to mention the obvious visual references through the use of lighting and color. Another great example is Windflower by MAMAMOO, which recreates several scenes from a variety of Wong Kar Wai films, such as In the Mood for Love, Chungking Express, and Fallen Angels. There are countless other examples such as Jackson Wang, Wonwoo and Mingyu, Day 6, and TXT. But I think nothing really compares to the girl group LOONA, who takes heavy inspiration from Wong Kar Wai, particularly when they were working with the film production company Digipedi. In one of the members' music videos, we see a neon sign saying a fallen angel, as well as open cans all over the floor, a direct reference to Chungking Express, where Cop 223 eats 30 cans of sliced pineapple. LOONA's subunit Odd Eye Circle makes many references such as the use of black and whites to create focus, Jinsol pouring a betta fish into an aquarium, Cherry throwing a paper airplane, and the school uniforms of the three members, which may have been inspired by the three flight attendant uniforms in Chungking Express and Fallen Angels. Other similar details include the repeated use of neon lights in Hong Kong streets, the train from Sweet Crazy Love, the aforementioned title card, this Chinese writing which translates to Chungking Express breakfast, the white bear from Rain 51dB, Hassel imitating Cop 663, and this shot from Why Not. But the craziest reference, or perhaps just a coincidence, is that the expiration dates on the pineapple cans in Chungking Express are the exact birthdays of three of the members. In the end, all of this makes total sense when you consider that both K-pop and Wong Kar Wai commonly uses themes of love, heartbreak, and nostalgia. It's no wonder that many K-pop fans tend to be interested in the arts or other creative fields. Even G-Dragon from Big Bang is personally inspired by Wong's work, posting several clips and screenshots of his films on Instagram. Wong Kar Wai's extensive impact on K-pop proves just how effective and impactful his films were, even though many of them were released 3 decades ago. It showcases the power of his visual storytelling and how it can transcend many language and cultural barriers. The popularity of K-pop also helps introduce his unique style to a much wider audience, continuing his legacy even further. On the flip side, this is one of many other examples behind the innovation that goes into K-pop and how it stands out from the Western music industry. The idea that music videos aren't just seen as a way to promote a song, but also as an artistic cinematic production on its own, is something many are inspired by.